Alright guys, so we are back up at the shop, and I got a wild hair under my butt, and we're gonna do a compression test on the red Chevy. And you guys haven't seen it run yet, so let me go ahead and just take a video of it. It's pouring down rain. Alright, so it starts now and it idles on its own, but once it gets warm it starts blowing smoke. I mean, it blows a little bit now. You can't really see it very well, but once it gets warm, it's like you lit a campfire under it. It's bad. So it's either, it could be a lot of things. I've got a lot of different engines, a lot of different theories on what I could do to fix it, but we have no baseline of what's wrong with it yet. So we're gonna do a compression test, and that's gonna tell me what I want to know about the bottom end. And once we know more about the bottom end, then I can make my decision on whether we're going to rebuild a whole engine and put it in here, or whether we're just going to do heads on it, or just, you know, maybe some other things. So here goes that.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome, but try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not
Okay, so these are the plugs. This is front, this is back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's right if we look at that way. The only one that's really gnarly is cylinder number 2 here. The rest of them, I mean, cylinder 1 is a little bit oily, but the rest of them all look brand new. A little bit of backstory on this truck. We got it. It had no fuel tank in it, and the fuel pump was bad, so first thing that I did to it was I put the new fuel pump in it and put the tank back in it. Okay, so here's what we're working on. I forgot to get the camera out, but basically we've done a whole bunch of work. I showed you guys the filler tube. That's how it kind of turned out. It's better. It's not perfect, but it isn't a big old hole in it anymore. These are supposed to be metal threaded lines, and somebody has cut them on the truck and turned them into rubber lines. So we're just gonna stick with that, but we got new rubber because the old stuff was hard and brittle and the ends were all messed up, and so we're just gonna do it preventatively. New fuel pump. The top of the tank right here is a little bit rusty, but inside it's super clean. There's no holes in it, and that's really the only rust on it, so we're just gonna call it good. I had to weld a new stud onto this strap because apparently none of the part stores can get the straps right now. And then looking closer at it, it had a lot of new parts in it. It had brand new plugs and plug wires. There was some other stuff we found that was brand new. And then a couple weeks ago, just trying to get it to idle and everything like that. I did a whole bunch of flushing, so I put diesel and trans fluid in and changed that out. I think I cycled it through 5 times. And now it has regular oil in it, but I was flushing just all the crap and contaminants and all kinds of crap because it sat for like 8 years before we got it. And then I put a new distributor in it, put a new cap on it, new coolant temp sensor for the computer. I put new injectors in the throttle body. Well, not new, off of an old truck. Put a new idle air control valve in it. And like some other stuff here and there. And so that's a little bit of what we got going on. So it's still running crappy, so that's why we're doing a compression test. And I would call it a dry compression test, but with how much oil it's burning, I have a feeling it's more like a wet compression test. So
on a cold engine.
On a cold engine, yeah.
Oh, serious?
That's all right. We still got this whole bank to do.
Oh, we could redo the other side and put it on video.
Nah, I'll just put fast forward through it and or like, you know, skip past it and just say I only videoed a couple of the cylinders or whatever. It's not the end of the world. Okay, go ahead. Okay, 150 again.
Oh, nice.
And that was on the worst cylinder.
Well, that's good. Looking more like valve guides now.
Well,
If that was that valve plug, that's good.
okay, go ahead. Okay, 150 again.
You going back to front on that side?
Front to back. Okay. Okay, 150 again.
Wow, nice and consistent.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Need to pull that valve cover on the driver's bank.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Okay. That was like 145, but we'll call it 150.
Not bad at all.
So,
You want to redo one for YouTube?
yeah. So just to show you guys what cylinder 1 looked like, because we were hitting 150 on all the other ones, we're going to do this one again because I forgot to start the camera. All right, go ahead. Okay.
You don't even feel the engine like dragging down with that cylinder.
That's a no bueno right there.
All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.
Wake up, little buddy. Did spit out the intake that one time too. Well, I think that was because of the timing though. Alright, let's see what kind of distributor and stuff. This thing had a number of issues. I'm surprised because it couldn't have just stopped on them one day. They had to have been running it with all kinds of fucking problems.
Yeah, something's going on there. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Still like maybe 20.
Really?
Yeah. So we have the truck parked back over in its parking spot where it's going to sit for the next week or so. I'm probably going to be out here throughout the week working on it. Maybe not till next weekend, but we did a compression test on all the cylinders. Technically a dry compression test, and we had about 150 on every one except for cylinder number 1. It was getting about 20, and so we put about a cup of oil into cylinder number 1, and that should have made a difference on the compression test if it was the rings, because that's a wet compression test, and it made absolutely no difference at all. So there's something wrong in the valve train, so that head's going to come off. It still could be a hole in the piston, so I'm not ruling that out, but I'm thinking it's in the head. I've got 3 or 4 sets of heads laying around here that I know are in good shape, so we're just going to slap some new heads on it and see how that does. So that's going to be in an upcoming video. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter one today, but thanks for watching.